Hey y'all, Juliana here. I'm crouched amidst a patch of one of our native legume or pea vines, and it just so happens to be one of our largest pea flowers in the area. It's butterfly pea or Centrosema virginianum. And butterfly pea is a little bit different from our typical pea flowers. Typically, pea flowers have their banner or their standard petal, which is that large petal on top of the petal arrangement, and then the keel petals, which looks just like a keel of a boat, are usually on the bottom of the flower arrangement. So for me, it looks a lot like a person wearing a bonnet. But when we look at our butterfly pea, everything is in reverse. We have this enlarged banner or standard petal, which is on the bottom, and the keel is on the top. And this is for an important reason. It's because our butterfly pea is trying to attract large pollinators. Now with the name like butterfly pea, you probably think, oh, well, it's trying to attract butterflies. But if we just let the story end there, we wouldn't get the full picture because it's not butterflies who are effective pollinators of this large pea flower. Native bumblebees are the only pollinators large enough and strong enough to make sure pollination happens on this flower. So let's take a look at what that looks like. We're gonna use my pinky to demonstrate what a bumblebee would do when it comes to our native butterfly pea. It will land on that banner petal, which acts as a massive, generous landing space for the bumblebee. And then it makes its way up underneath the keel petals. And that's because that's where nectar is present. In the process, triggers a mechanism in the flower whereby the flower extends its stamen and stigma out and dusts pollen or picks up pollen off of the back of the bumblebee. Now the back of the bumblebee is a very strategic place to put pollen because the bumblebee can't brush that pollen off and harvest it and use it to feed its young. And so it's much more likely to take the pollen to another butterfly pea, and successful pollination is much more likely to occur. And I just really love telling the story of the butterfly pea because this flower is not leaving the fate of its future generations in the tarsi or the hands of its pollinators. It is actively ensuring the pollen goes exactly in the right spot so that future generations will thrive.